All right, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Let's do this. Right, let's see how the stream goes on. I hope the stream doesn't cut off or anything like this. Um, Welcome back after a crazy long stream last night. We had a massive 3 hours and 45 minutes. Awesome members, awesome family, awesome subscribers. You guys are just insane. So we stuck it out. It was just awesome. That's what I could say. I don't know how many of you guys saw something on Discord today. Just I posted a little while ago. It's just so pathetic. We've got these big, well, kind of big Twitter channels, and they try and hunt people who are interested in crypto. And they come and ask you these silly questions like, "Oh, have you heard of Bitcoin? Yeah. Have you done mining? Seriously, do you even know who you're talking to?" So I had 3 today, no joke, 3. And of course, I had one who wanted to do some partnership deals. That's a different story. But some of these accounts, I see them posting all the time, and then the true side of them, the true nature comes out. Clearly they've got some sort of a scam that they want to get involved in. Wasn't happy, so I kind of dissed them, and then one of them left as like, just blocked me, literally decided to block me straight away. He's like, "Oh, okay, gone." And the other 2 literally acknowledged it and just left, basically. So it's okay, as long as, listen, they're gone, right, and they're not planning to scam anyone or harm anyone, it's fine. So yeah, I'm observing. I'm looking at my cat, who's decided to jump into the cupboard. Silly cat. But anyway, so let's see how things go on, guys. So let's talk about what's happening in the market today. Obviously, the subject on hand is that, is this a trend reversal? That's the key here right now. The subject we have on hand is, are we actually seeing a reversal? So I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm just going to quickly fly through some of the stuff. Also, the chat is bugged again. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just trying to refresh. Hold on. All I got to do is just switch off and switch back on again. And it does work normally. I see Himmy here. Also, my brother. Yeah, Himmy. It absolutely is so funny that these guys, they don't really research who they're talking to, so they just come on and think they're going to catch you out, right, and think you're a newbie or something like this, and they ask you these silly questions. I'm thinking, your question smells of a scam. That's what it smells of. You actually trying to scam someone. I just feel sorry for the people who fall for this type of stuff. Right, let's go into our stuff anyway. Leave these people. I'm not promoting anyone here. Today's fear sitting at 25. Obviously, yesterday we had a 16. So I'm going to refresh this just for the sake of it to see what's current. Yeah, it's still 25. So the market is starting to become a little bit more bullish because of all the stuff that happened yesterday. Like when we saw a slight reversal yesterday. So you can see how the money's starting to come back in. But of course, don't forget the fact, guys. We were bleeding here. We were bleeding 15, 20%, 30% on some of these coins. When BTC started dipping, everything started bleeding. Everybody panicked. And this is the reactions that you got to be really afraid of. The only coin that didn't was actually Luna. Luna was doing the opposite. Luna was saying, no, guys, we're still in this game. Luna was saying we're still in the game. Actually, I have to give credit to Matic as well, who also said, no, we're still in the game. Also, Mana actually helped very strong. So credit where it's due. Some of these coins, they definitely held, which is absolutely fine. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at the bubbles. Let's have a look. Everyone's looking all super solid today. Awesome. Yes, we can see 30%, 25% coming back again, but remember that was the loss. So we're just coming back to square one, or for some of them, not even square one. We're still holding back. Loopring has been doing fantastic for the last couple of days. Awesome. So, as I said, I'm just going to fly through some of this stuff. I'm not going to do this forever. I don't want to sit here for another 4 hours. We can see how in the 1 day now, the sentiment has changed. Whereas in yesterday, we had over 1,000 BTC enter. And today we can see how they've exited. Also, there was one metrics that we did look at, where somebody actually mentioned this, that on some exchanges you saw XYZ amount of BTC coming in, but we saw a massive amount of BTC actually exit the market, right? Exit the exchanges, which is super bullish. This data, yes, we're going to wait for this to refresh so we can get back to that level. Let's go to Crypto Quant and have a look and see what Crypto Quant is showing us. I see Benjamin, also my brother, nice to see you. I see Bubble, also nice to see you. Free Energies here. Oh my god, I was just listening to the stream from yesterday and there is a new one here. Yes, my brother. Yesterday we did almost 4 hours. It was bloody record here, I'm telling you. Absolute record. And that's not the end. We're going to do things probably even longer. So we can see, look, money's moving out. I mean, this is a hell of a lot of crypto leaving in a day. That's just ridiculous amounts. But yeah, really super awesome. When you look at Ethereum as well, you can see Ethereum is also dipping down as well. So again, money's moving out. But by the time you already know this, it goes. So your sentiment, your emotion, you have to be in control, and you have to understand this right from the beginning. We see this one here, futures open interest, right? When we're looking at futures open interest, they have reset. Now you can see how both of them are actually following each other and how it's coming back up again. Of course, not happy that the open interest is leading. We want to see things in negative, because negative is good for us, right? Negative means super bullish. If it's too positive, means that this market will pull back. This looks better than the other one, actually. If I do a comparison, this does look better. Of course, here it does look, when you zoom in, it looks like as if they're both together, but if you zoom out, you can see that it's below, which is okay. I could accept this. It's not much of an issue. So looking super awesome there. Let's have a look and see what Grayscale's doing today. Grayscale from 18.8 dropped all the way to 15.5. Awesome. This is indication that the market started to become bullish again. Remember, the more people buy Grayscale options, this particular premium, like whatever they charge, the shares or whatever they sell, right, the more expensive it becomes. So the more interest equals much more expensive. So this can go into a positive, but if there's not enough interest, this stays in the negative. So yesterday we saw it was deep down in the negative because it wasn't interest at 18%, and now you can see how it's looking positive again. It moved 3% in a day, 3.3% in a day. That's a lot. That's a massive percentage. You can do the percentage mark. Super awesome. And you can see the point change, right? 111 point. It's brilliant. So that's what the market's doing. Let's have a look and see liquidations. 237 million, 59,000 traders liquidated, mostly on longs, and this is over the last 4 hours. Let's have a look at the last 12 hours, mostly on the shorts. So for the last 12 hours short, but of course when you're looking at the 4 hours, this is bad, mostly longs. Again, when the bulls or the leverage traders, when they're going in, they're too emotional. They just jump into the hype. This is it. This is the moment we're going to make that decision. This is what we're going to do. And this is like kind of one of those stupid questions that one of those Twitter guys asked me. Do you know about trading? Seriously? Dude, I know more than you. Were you going to tell me to go along the market and lose money like this? No. I know when to enter, I know when to exit, and I know my risk assessments. You don't have to tell me, bro. I'll give you a few lessons. So that's what's going on. Again, complete stupid right now to trade anything. Of course, if you are trading it, you're just gambling. So I'm going to leave it there. You are definitely gambling. I mean, you can see how these candles, like look at this candle here, for example. If you look at this, how it's been rejected. Now, we are going to look at a few other bits and bobs. Of course, the indication that we've got on the daily is turning bullish. We can't deny that. Yes, it is looking very, very bullish, absolutely bullish. But you got to also just look at the market and say, okay, this is the entire total market cap right now. What's pushing up and what's pushing down? Who's pushing up? Who's pushing down, right? So yes, this is moving positive because of the alts. We can see that. When we look at the cap here, we can see 2.3 trillion here. But this was up. This was like 2.3637 earlier on when I looked, right? And yesterday actually it was even low. If you look here, it was like 2.13 or something like this. So it's been kind of yo-yoing, but it's not the big boys that are pumping. It's some of the small fish that have come back bigger and better. So remember, I mentioned 2-3 days ago that we are in an alt season, and this is evidence that we are in an alt season, because the alts are trying to come back. Of course, what happened on this particular candle was a freak event. It happened to everybody. It happened to the stock market. It happened to the Dow Jones, everything. Including crypto. So all the markets had the same kind of a reaction where money was pulled out because people were feeling uneasy, whatever reason it was, right? So let's move into BTC. Again, BTC showing pretty much the same pattern, and again you can see BTC is the one that's getting all that pullback. So BTC, the difference we've got is what, $400. We're looking at this 0.8%, right? 0.83, whatever you want to call it. So not much of a movement. Do you know what I mean? Not much of a movement. Only change we've got is a $400 change. We're currently hovering around this $50,948, $47, whatever it is, right? that doesn't change anything for us. For us to start getting bullish, we need to get above this one candle's neckline, this neckline here. Once we can get above this, we should be positive. Currently the neckline is sitting at 53,697. We'll refresh the chat, guys, see what's going on. If you're new to the channel, guys, smash those like button, hit that subscribe button, press notification, press all. Join the Discord community as well. We're there as well. You know, nothing is not that busy in Discord yet, but we just need a few lovely people to come over and make it lively. It's a new channel, it's growing. Awesome. Right, so that's what we got. Again, everything's looking good, patterns are looking good, the zones are looking good, super bullish, the patterns, right? But that doesn't change the fact that we are still below this 53,600 whatever level. So we need to get back above here in order for us to confirm, and this should give us this kind of an effect here, right? So currently, let me just show you what I mean. So I'm going to switch off the drawing just for actually no, I need the drawing. My bad. Okay, this would do it. So let's do this. If I do this, and if I just get this to the accurate location, so just here, for example, right, and I fix this, just try and fix this a little bit. It's not going to be 100% accurate because the wicks, these are the closing bodies, all right? So what I'm saying is, if we can get, if you do this, right, if you can get this candle to come and just maybe confirm here, even in the next 1 or 2 days, right, come up to this $53,000, we can then reverse this trend, get back above this downward trend. That's the idea right now. So for us, we're not even thinking about, okay, we're going to go to the moon or anything like this. No, we hold this trend and reverse and get back onto this line. If we can, then this could be just a blip in the system and we could continue, and that's what we want. So let's observe, let's see what happens, and if the market gives it to us. We can see ETH dominance a little bit, right? You can see here, look, ETH dominance getting a little bit of a dip here, BTC dominance picking up again, moving into the green again. BTC is just doing its little thing, money's filtering in back into BTC. A lot of bullish action on BTC, on ETH and BTC actually. So if you look carefully here, there was a target we needed to get above. We got above this. If BTC stays at this level and Ethereum pumps, then of course Ethereum will get a bigger dominance and hopefully can move up. I see Albin here. Awesome. Nice to see you, Albin. So let's see what the market does. You know, we're seeing a lot of movement. You know, a lot of movement. I mean, on this daily, you can see one thing. This is really awesome as well. If you look, ETH actually tested today. It actually tested that area here. It tried to break this zone, so it tried to kind of break the pattern. And another good thing is for example, there was a previous pattern here where ETH is come back, right? So it dropped, it bounced, it held that line, and it's moving forward. This is actually, so if I put it here, for example, this is actually not a bearish sign at all, right? This is not a bearish sign at all. If we look at a pattern and if we try to draw this pattern, what you'll see is this is what ETH actually did. So this was the bottom, then it hit the top, it's down here, it created a higher low, and now it's here. If it can actually get above this, invalidate this point here, ETH looks super solid. ETH actually looks super solid. So I think ETH can probably move the market up again, but again, trading signals, everything is super solid. So let's see what the market does. This is going to be very interesting because everything that we expect, I mean, when you're in a pattern like this, you expect it to be bearish. This could all be over because of the other big indicators that we talked about yesterday, the day before, the logarithmic indicators, the Fibonacci lines on the log charts, right? So we know the market is trending down. The higher probability of market dumping is bigger, right? So we have a high probability there. But this is crypto, right? Anything could happen. So is that trend reversing? Is it changing? So far, we don't have a confirmation if the trend has reversed. So please be careful and understand what the market is showing us. This trend has not reversed. For it to start reversing, it needs to get above these necklines and create a complete brand new path. Right now, the path is set. It's only going down. Every one of these highs you see here are actually higher lows, right? They're just highs, but on a low. They need to get back. This one needs to technically get back above this. This is a low we had, a higher low we had. This is lower than that. So it's not really positive. We need to get back above and invalidate to create a complete fresh U-turn, right? So the idea is this is where we are. whatever we did, now we're here. We need to now get back here to invalidate this one candle here. That's the idea. So let's see what it does, how awesome that is, right? So let's go into other coins and have a look at those as well. So I'm just going to fly through, guys, nothing too much, just fly through. Let's have a look at BNB. In the zone, doing its pattern. It's okay, it's holding strong, not bad. It's testing these resistance. You can see these lines are there. These are lines that we drew, as we said, look, these are resistance points that we need to invalidate these neck points and then start moving it back up if we are going to. Dot still in this channel. I mean, let's look at this, how this channel was respected. It bounced here. Could it really make a move from here? Maybe, as long as the market continues, but other than that, I'm just going to be observant. Solana came down because of the same situation. Can it get back above and invalidate this neck point, which is at the $233? If it can invalidate this neckline on the way up, then of course super bullish. Cardano, now this is not good. All right, so if Cardano can come back above this, right, so you can see where Cardano is right now. This is where Cardano is right now. It's fell back into the zone where we were once upon a time. So this was a consolidation zone before we broke out to the upside, and it's now come back here. This seems like it's comfortable zone where it likes to be most of the time before pumps. So you know what we want to see is Cardano obviously get back above this, get back into this zone here, if in fact get into this triangle and start moving back up again. But saying that, look, overall there's a good news and there's a bad news, right? One of the best news, remember, Cardano is not an exact pattern, but we can use other candles and we can say, well, hold on, this could be a trend. This could be a trend, but just by calculating the wicks, we can say, yes, this could be, because we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points, more than 3. So definitely. Alpha is here. Also, my brother, nice to see you here. I'm not going to make this too long, my brothers, but I'll do my best to just fly through some of these things, just give you a rough update as exactly what's going on. So, yep, it's entered back into the zone. Not so healthy. This could possibly be a trend, and hopefully as long as the market's moving up, we can go up. And I'll come back to the markets after, once I do a few more of these shit coins. All right, so again, resetting here, RSI is reset, stochastic RSI is reset, everything's looking fantastic. This is now just about testing that trend line. If you look carefully, it's testing that trend line, right? So we're testing that trend line. If we break above, we hold above, it's great, as long as the market is still in movement. If it's not, no point. I know Bubble's not here. No, Bubble is here. He likes his e-gold. We're going to talk about e-gold, and again, we're in that zone, absolutely fine, no harm at all. This box is not bad. You know, as long as we're not below this, we're not bad. But if we do fall below this, remember, a lower point start getting lower and lower. But as long as the market continues, well, this could easily start pushing back up again, right? So from here, we could do a nice little 360, a complete V-turn, and get up there. So let's see how that one looks. We're going to wait and observe on this one. This one's doing awesome, absolutely fine. But again, I'm going to be standing on the sidelines for this one. I'm not going to pick up any of the dips. If the market collapses, then I want to pick up some discounts. So let's see where that goes. I didn't forget you, Bubble. I didn't forget you. I'm still here. I know you're here, bro. Gala, perfect zone. We talked about this yesterday, and if you did buy yesterday, then of course you had a nice little pump. And yes, it's finding some rejection, but you can see we're back in this zone, right? We're back in this zone, and this zone wasn't created on an hourly. This zone, once upon a time, was created here. I believe it was on an hourly, if I'm correct. I think it was here somewhere we created this zone anyway. So that's where we're coming back now. You can see it's been few attempts to get back in there. But so far, if you just use this very micro trend here, it is trending back up again. Again, provided the market is moving up, these things will explode. If the market does not move up, then we've got a problem. One of my favorite bit now, everyone, I always talk about this. Current favorite basically, but the point is look, we're back here. Yes, we've done what we needed to do. We've come down, and I can turn around and say, well, so what? It's happened. There's nothing you could do about this, right? It's happened. You know, we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points, right? This is the trend. It's absolutely fine, not an issue. Again, if the market holds. If it doesn't, then I expect it to come here, maybe even come down here. And if it does come down to this dollar level, again, perfect opportunity to buy some more. but I can observe and watch this market bleed out. Because remember what happened the other day. BTC 15%, everything 30-40%. So if BTC does a 50%, I could expect these lot to easily go 70-80%. So that's a bargain, right? That's a bargain. Also, you can see stochastic RSI resetting, everything looking positive. Again, the entire market, it doesn't matter which coin I show you, is reacting the exact same way, right? So BTC, the pattern is being followed by everybody. And look, stochastic RSI bullish again. Wow, what a coincidence, right? No, it's not a coincidence. It's actually because there's only 1 or 2 coins on this planet that still control the entire market. Still control the entire market. We can see Matic, look at this, bouncing on the trend, moving back up. I mean, this is a beautiful structure, beautiful pattern. If you look carefully, came here, done this, it's moving back up. This was a higher low. Look at this, beautiful structure, right? Beautiful structure. Of course, when you look at the other side of things here, it's coming into that overbought territory. That means that we could expect a pullback, but not yet. I mean, according to this, if you look at the blue line, still leading. So yes, we did have a pullback here, but here is showing strong. That means we can pump up a little bit more, possibly even go up to these levels. So watch the blue line. If we go back up to this, about the 91 level, RSI could still pump up. The previous time we had RSI was at 79. We could easily come back to 79, test it, and if that was the case, then we can now easily go towards that $3 level, right? $3 level, and that would be a new all-time high, because that's what's going to happen. Also, the other reason Matic is pumping is Matic is having a conference, I think in the next few days or something like this, or this weekend, coming weekend, I believe, and possibly, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news, or whatever, or buy the news, sell the rumor, whatever. That kind of a situation is going on right now. So probably Matic's price is being priced in, and on the day of the thing, it could pump, it could go to the moon, or it could dump. So just stay cautious. That's all I'm going to say. Of course, those of us, you know, some of the guys who are holding Matic, absolutely fine, not an issue, because again, remember, they bought the Matic way cheap, so still up. You know, this dump hasn't really affected most of the boys, as far as I know. There are some guys who bought late, they did get affected, but again, if they're holding, it should be quite good. Let's have a look at this. Albin Plays says, do you think you could explain how the subscription period for Voxes works? And I don't understand it. Does my BNB automatically turn into Voxes after signing up the token purchase agreement? Yes. So what you got to do is go to Binance. You go to Binance, you go and the thing will open up after 6 days. You should know this, right? And you allocate whatever BNB you have. So this BNB has to be in your spot account, and then you've got to press that button and submit and give them that. So you're willingly paying with your BNB. And when the subscription period is over, they will give those coins in your spot account, and then when the market opens, so make sure you know what day the market opens. On that specific day, go and dump. If I was you, that's all I'm going to do. I will dump. So, and I am going to do that. So I'm going to be dumping the moment it opens, the very same minute it opens. I'm going to, as usual, I'm just going to go there and just press market order, sell the damn lot. As long as I'm in profit, I don't really care. So I'm only doing it to increase my BNB, nothing else. So I'm going to come back, flip it over, back to BNB. I got more BNB than I started. That's what I'm going to be doing. Obey Raj says, buy Matic now. It's gone above previous high now. Awesome. Has it? No. Raj, when you say things, you've got to show facts. And as far as we're concerned, the previous high, it's marked here. I don't make it up. Look, the chart is telling us the previous all-time high is $2.70. So let's not hype things. And currently sitting as $2.38. So no, it hasn't happened yet, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. I understand you're emotional. You love Matic. Absolutely fine. No problem. Pick your coin, stick to your coin. You know, just don't fall too much in love with it. I've got my coins, but I'm not in love with it. I'll dump them the second I see this market flips. I don't give a damn. So that's that. But yeah, just be observant, guys. Crow done a nice little 5% today. Ooh, nice. Okay, so Crow's coming back in. Nice. Also, Crow looking very healthy here as well. Wow. Okay, so this is giving me a good indication that if the market continues, Crow is looking super solid. Nice. But yes, you know, if you just look at this, yes, we don't. You know, someone's going to come back next week and say, oh, there was a bearish divergence. Yeah, we've been bearish since 67k BTC. But super awesome, super awesome. I mean, if you look at this neckline, we just need to go back above the 71. So 71, or even in this area here, which is a support, now it's become a bit of resistance. As long as we can break this, right? So the pattern we're looking for is, look, we bounced here, we did this, we came down. As long as we can get back above this line, we're fine. We can start moving forward again. But remember, guys, again, the market needs to be in a continuous pattern for this to happen. You know, just because it pumped one day, it doesn't mean that we are bullish now. Remember the facts. Right now we are still down. So from this particular high we are still down up to here. For example, let's do it here on this very same candle. We are currently still down $685 billion. Number one, right? That's the number one fact on the total market cap, right? So do remember this. When you look at, for example, BTC, right? Remember from its previous all-time high how far we are. So these are very important metrics you do have to keep note. So currently we are still 26% below where we were. 26%. Let that kind of soak into you, right? So we're only 75% of where we were. Those are numbers that you have to keep an eye, right? When you look at the total market cap itself, right? When you start looking at BTC, look, we're below $1 trillion. People don't even notice this stuff. Look, $1 trillion. So yes, we've got a long way to go, right? So just because some candles start flipping on an hourly or daily or whatever, right? You know, if we go to an hourly, for example, nothing even there. But the point is when you start seeing something start flipping and looking all bullish, just look, step back and say, no, actually, look, that's how far down we are. We are not on an uptrend. We are in a downtrend messing around. So anything could happen. Just because we got 3 candles in a row moving up, it doesn't mean we're going back to the all-time high. This could easily get rejected here because look, there's a pattern here. Let me see if, oh yes, I've still got it. Luckily, ooh, I saved it because I did draw this earlier on. So you can see from this drawing, oh, let me make it larger. Look, you can see from this drawing where we are. So we did this bounces. These are the necklines, each neckline. So this is what BTC did. It pumped, it went, it broke these lines, it did all of these funny things, and it's back here. And right now, from here, it's flipping back up. But this is the point where it's gonna find some resistance. So if we did come back to approximately, say here, the 53,600, we are gonna find some rejection. Why? Because look, remember, once upon a time, this used to be a rejection point. This was a rejection point. So history itself made sure this was a resistance. And we broke this. This became support and we broke this. So right now we're going to battle around that area to break this. And if we did, of course, then we can see this moving forward. You know what I mean? But until then, no. Right? Until then, this could easily do this. Bounce, come here, and then start bouncing down here. Do you know what I mean? So let's see how the market plays out. Obviously, this is a very key thing for us. So if the market comes here, it's fine. If it bounces back from here, absolutely fine. This is super, super bullish, right? But if it doesn't and it comes here and it breaks, then this is where we're going to see that bounce and then move up. And this would actually give you this 2 shoulders and this head, which literally means a head and shoulders pattern. Does that make sense? And I did show this on yesterday's video at some point. I did show on yesterday's video how the what was it called? Oh, come on. Oh, it's gone out of my head now. Dow Jones, how the Dow Jones looked like a typical head and shoulders pattern forming. So you can see this is also a typical head and shoulders pattern forming, which means it should go down. So that's one of the reasons why I'm asking everybody to be very, very cautious, even when you're investing into new projects or anything like this. Know your exit strategy, know your risk. Without it, don't enter, because none of this, all of this bullish action here doesn't make any difference to us if we know we're going to find a rejection exactly on this candle. And this seems to be the perfect location, because you can see, look, even if I put a white line there just to show you, look, the perfect location for this rejection point to happen. And then from that point, if it does reject, right, it could come and bounce here, which is fine, right? Then we can reverse back again, maybe test it again, or we can even come down. But looking at this pattern for what it is, right, and this pattern, if you just look at it, if this head and shoulders was formed, then You got the head, shoulders here, and you got the head here, and this is definitely a head and shoulders pattern, which is a clear sign that this market is going to go down and test the bottom level. So please do understand this. Abhinay says, awesome. Alpha says, what do you think of exchange coins? Worth it? Yes, Alpha, I love exchange coins, but I don't like them for the price pumps. I don't give a damn about the price. It's the utility. The biggest utility with exchange coins is that you can participate in initial exchange offerings with them, and you get these ridiculous discounts, right? So earlier on, you probably saw me talking about what was it called? Voxy, I believe it was, right? Voxy. Yeah, Voxies, right? And I actually did post it on Discord as well. So this is one that we're going to be participating ourselves, and I clearly put it in brackets. I said pump and dump. So Voxies, they're actually doing it for 20 cents a coin. So if they're doing it 20 cents a coin, then you pick up those coins, and we know as soon as it launches, it should shoot up to like $1, $2, or whatever. When it does that, that's when you dump. And you just made yourself easy 2-3x, you know. So that's what I target usually. My usual target is around 2 to 3x. 2x is bare minimum. 3x is great. Anything above that is a bonus. Because if you put, say for example, on Binance, you use Binance Coin, that's an exchange token. You put, say, one Binance Coin in there, and you've doubled it. You've got 2 Binance Coin now. That's what I'm focusing on. I don't care about the project. If I'm on Gate.io and they, you know, my GT token, I started with 10 GT, for example, and I've now managed to get 20. Well, happy days to me. It's not about the money. It's about how many more of the exchange token I can accumulate. So I have talked about this on a previous video. And as I said, they're definitely worth it for that one utility where you're getting those fresh coins and you're able to maximize your gains with the coin, exchange coin. So if you play that strategy, that is, of course, you're going to make money. You can make a living out of this stuff. It's actually quite cool. You can actually make a living out of it. Hilarious, I'm telling you. Alvin places, I need Crow to pump. I bought at like 0.9 cent. In that case, hodl. I don't know. I have a strange feeling we will see a BTC-S flipping in the future. Maybe I am crazy. No, Alpha, why would you be crazy for? In fact, on this channel many times I have actually justified this. I said absolutely fine, there's no harm. BTC has no reason to stay here. The only reason BTC is showing here is because of this market cap. The price of BTC doesn't have to change for a flippening. Think about it. I'll give you a good example. Currently we're at $4,400 a coin, right? Sorry, here, $4,300 a coin, and you can see this market cap is at 500. Well, if ETH goes to 8k, it's already flipped it. It's already number one now. And if ETH does a 2x from here, for example, and it goes to 12k, well, it's number one, and it can stay number one for a long time. This price doesn't have to change. This price could be 100k and ETH could be 5x from here, and it still could be number one. This number one rank is just for psychology. It doesn't mean anything. We have coins that have done better than this. For example, Yearn Finance went to like $95,000. Let me see if I can find it. You're gonna love it. $95,000. Price does not dictate anything. It's the total market cap that gives it the rank. So if that makes a few people happy, by all means, please be happy, go and have a party. But it doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean the coin's going to dump to the ground or anything like that. So I know a lot of people think kind of negatively. I'm like, there's no need for negativity. Be positive. BTC can be sitting at rank 10 for all I care. Like this one, look. Previous all-time high, 93k. Way before BTC. Think about that. 93k. You know, the reason it couldn't take the market is why? Because look, the total market cap is 880 billion. 880 billion. That means it's not million, not billion, million. So it's not even $1 billion. And that's because they only have 36,666. Yeah, look, 36,666 coins. So yes, even when they went to $93,000, the numbers don't make up, you know. And of course, when you look at BTC, for example, right, and Ethereum and the flippening, well, Ethereum could have done that a long time ago if they wasn't a inflationary currency. But now they're kind of deflationary, and it's to do with the number of coins. If Ethereum had a less supply, they would have flipped BTC a long time ago. Think about it. They would have done it a long time ago. And there's no harm. this BTC could be sitting at rank 10. It doesn't make any difference. The only difference that both of them do make is the level of dominance they have, and that's too high. We need that dominance to come down. All right, so that's the key you need to understand. It's not the price, market cap. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't change the rules. I'm not going to be less bullish just because Ethereum's sitting at number 1 and BTC is sitting at number 10. No, it doesn't make any difference. Trust me, it's still BTC. Still going to have its purpose. It's going to do its thing. But this dominance here, look, 41%, very dangerous. Ethereum dominance at 22, very dangerous. And this is why we need this dominance to disperse into other coins. So we definitely need maybe 10 different coins with at least 10% each, right? Including BTC maybe. That's what's going to give the markets a stability where if one coin dumps, it doesn't take down the whole market. Right now, we see these big effects because BTC dumps, everything dumps. Ethereum dumps, everything dumps. And that will be controlled or, you know, yeah, kind of balanced out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it doesn't make any difference, my brother. What do you think about Time Wonderland? Insane APY. Good luck, brother. If you get any APY, go for it. I don't follow insane APYs. I follow coins that look sustainable, that have a realistic valuation, not coins that are pure hype coins and coins that are selling to you to make some money from you. There's got to be something else. It's like Wonderland. Okay, APY, fine. You know. There was another coin called VVS. Great, fine. Go and make the APY, 1,000,000% APY. Happy days. But is that what you're in for? If the coin's worth nothing, why don't you have 1,000,000% APY? Wonderland, timeshare, fine. If you're gonna go and you're gonna give you all these, but if the coin's worth less, well, they can give you 1,000,000,000% APY. It doesn't make a difference because more and more people are falling into the hype and giving over their money. Okay, fine. That API runs out. What does timeshare do for you? Do you know what I mean? So you got to really ask yourself this question. It's like, okay, I'm getting all of this insane APY. Fine. What do I do with it? That's all you got, my brother. Just crazy APY. Oh my. Alpha says, I am planning to make ETH my main holding instead of BTC. Alpha, you're going to listen to this. You're going to freak out, bro. There comes a time when Ethereum doesn't even have to flip, right? Check this out. Ethereum does two things, right? When Ethereum and BTC, the pair, flips, right? For very small amount of Ethereum, you can get a whole ton of BTC. Yes, Ethereum is there. Ethereum is big. A lot of DeFi projects are locking it up. A lot of crazy stuff is happening. But there will be a time, you know, when BTC will overpower. Because remember, the gas problems that we have are still going to be there, even if they burn it. The only problem, like, so this is between me, like, you know, just my opinion, and I'm going to give you this, right? But you can see it's actual facts. The problem Ethereum has is it's inflationary. Means that regardless how much they burn, they're still printing more and more coins. They haven't capped the supply. So if Ethereum flippens and goes above, and you know, I can use like 2 Ethereum to buy 1 BTC, I'll be doing the opposite to you. I'll be buying more and more BTC because I know BTC is limited, and that's where the value comes in. You know, like we talked about Yearn Finance just a bit ago. Why did it go to 93k? Well, that's because it's limited. It has 36,666 coins. So it had a great opportunity. It didn't have to be $1 trillion market cap for it to do what it did, but it proved it can because of the supply. Unfortunately, with Yearn Finance, the mechanics behind it will always rebalance itself because it's an AMM token. So goes out there, does its thing, comes back, rebalances, distributes the profits, and that's how it works. That's just how it was designed. So yeah, it could easily hit 500k and then come back to 50k. That's just the design of that coin. You hold it, you believe it, you just hold on to it and wait and watch what it does. When it goes to the top, get out. That's it. KR's all here. Also, my brother, nice to see you here. Alpha says everything over 12% API I don't touch. Very good, exactly. So Alpha exactly understands exactly what I'm talking about, right? if I see something that is ridiculously like showing you 200, 300, 400% APY, I'm very cautious. Yes, of course, I do see 200%, 300% in exchanges, but I do realize that the exchange is a variable APY. That means they open up the pool with 200% APY, and then the more people that participate, the APY drops down to like 1 2%, which is sustainable. So of course they want to encourage you to come in first, and that's fine. But some of these stupid coins come out and say, well, 1,000,000% APY. What? That means your coin is worth nothing. You just want the money. That's just the hype, and people who fall for it, oh, honestly. And the thing is if you guys didn't fall for it, or I'm not saying you guys, I'm not assuming you have, but if people didn't fall for these hype coins, then there would be no market for it. This market, this cryptocurrency market, would be a better place, less rug pulls, less everything, if people just followed some basic rules. Do you know what I mean? You know, stay away from the hype, stay away from the noise. You know, go into something that has something behind it, or is trying to do something, at least trying. Do you know what I mean? It's trying. It doesn't matter, whatever, trying. But these guys are trying nothing. They're just saying, oh, look, we're going to give you this. It's just hype. We're giving you more. Usually when they give you more, they take more than they give you. They take more than they give you. Stay away from those. But it's up to you. Do you? I do me. Like, share, subscribe, smash those like buttons. Alpha says, but inflation, which is fixed at, for example, 1%, is not a bad thing for pure economically speaking. Need cash for growth. No. You see, there's inflation is one thing, right? So let's put it this way: 1%, 0.5%. Like, let's even put it 0.5%, right? In an economical reasoning, of course, it's fine, because like the economics line, and we can go into a whole segment on this one, but I'm just going to kind of shorten it down here, too long to read, or whatever, TLDR. Let's just do it this way. We know that the population of the planet is growing. As the population of the planet grows, we also need to increase the funding, because per capita, per person, per whatever, you need to have a certain fund. So that's pretty much how the calculation works. I'm just trying to narrow it down and just condense it into one. So yes, there is a 1-2% inflation in the monetary system, absolutely fine. But when it comes to coins like Ethereum and this and that, or many of the coins, they're divisible by 100 million, or some of them even more. So if they're divisible by 18 decimals, or some of them even 50 decimals, why do we have to inflate the currency? Why do we have to print more and more tokens? We can have a fixed supply and actually have that fractionalized by 100 billion%. It's already inflationary in the numbers itself. So if the coin goes from 1k to 10k, the coin is 10k, but it's still divisible by 100 million pieces. That makes sense, because remember, Ethereum has 18 decimal points. 18, that's like a gazillion, whatever, you know what I mean? So, and on top of that, it inflates. That's, yeah, no, you know what I mean? It just doesn't work for me. Sorry, I have to disagree on that one. We're not a bank system, we're not a money system. We don't have to feed 8 billion people around the planet. No. You know, we can still do this. Our cryptocurrencies are divisible by XYZ amount, right? And as we talked about it, unless we fix something differently, but they're divisible. That means we can actually give everybody 8 billion times 100 million, and still everybody could have a Satoshi. A Satoshi could be worth $1 today, and it's absolutely fine. We have room for this thing to grow. It was already built into the codes because of the divisibility. Gritty says, easy man, respect, and could you please take a look at or give opinions about Ultra UOS? Thank you, bro. Okay, I'm going to do this last, and then I'm going to shoot off. So let's do Ultra. Was it on KuCoin? Okay, fine, let's have a look. Looking good. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. It's been around for a little while. Yeah, since September, looking very good. Just following the market directions. Other than that, looking super awesome. I mean, the structure looks good. I don't even know what the project is, but structure looks very good. Just looking at this. Wow. Okay, this is wow, 2020. So this came out in 2020 September. Well, KuCoin at least is giving me this data point. And if we just take a simple trend line, it's holding the trend so far. As far as I can see, it's holding the trend. Of course, if we wanted to put a different type of a trend, even then it's still holding the trend. So far so good. So far so good. We do have a few necklines here we can look at. For example, this is one of them. I'm just flying through this, as you can see, guys, right? Just flying through this, right? These are just little points, little sections that we just fly through. So far, structure's looking absolutely fantastic. Even if we did a fib, for example, from where we are right now, and take it back to the complete bottom, yeah, according to the fib, it's telling us right now that we could easily come back. Look, it's just there. So what it's telling us is we could easily come down here, bounce, and then shoot back up here, as long as the market's continuing. If it doesn't, then of course it could fall back, and then each line it comes down is actually a support. So again, it's one of those kind of things. If the market continues, then it will move forward. But I will look at Ultra here as well, just to kind of see what the coin is. Ultra. Good icon, good price, as I said, good structure, everything looking awesome. Question is, a billion tokens, okay, it's fine, that's not an issue. Fully diluted, fine. 450 million cap, looking awesome. Let's have a look at, so they have had an audit, 13,000 holders, looks awesome. Let's have a look at holders. Who is this? This is the question. I want to see who this is. 19% is sitting here. Who is this 19%? Who is this 19%? So from the token contract to this person, they claimed it. So here's a wallet. So someone is holding 19% of all Ultra token. Interesting. So yeah. It looks like a whale. Interesting. Yeah. So this is the token. The token itself, the token contract has 17%. That's fine. But the rest of them just look like whales. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that disappoints me. You know, when you start looking at this, it's like, yeah, we got great holders, great everything. You know, lovely transfers, 134,000 transfers. Everything looks absolutely fantastic. I'm not even going into the data or the detail of the actual coins, and already I see whales. $300 million sitting here. Someone's ready to dump. I see a whale wallet 245 here, another one 222. KuCoin I'll leave aside. You know, contracts, you can see, by the way, they come up as contracts. They come up with this contract, or they come up with this. These are wallets. I mean, just look at them. These are just wallets. Do you know what I mean? When you're looking at this wallet and looking at the quantity that's sitting in there, it scares the life out of me. Too many whales in there, in my opinion, my guys. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say on this one. Right, let me quickly read the chats, and then, as I said, guys, I'm going to shoot off. I see Not Rico here. Awesome, awesome. Nice to see you, my brother. Alpha, I disagree on the inflation reasoning for ETH, but still like you. No, listen. What I'm trying to say is, listen, with any coin, what I'm trying to say is, so don't get me wrong, right? Ethereum from the beginning has already had an inflation mechanism that, yes, we're going to print XYZ, and they're trying to reduce it down with the burns, which is fine, fantastic, right? We are burning it, right? So of course they also understand this. What I'm trying to say is, ETH today sitting at $4,000, if ETH's model didn't have inflationary, imagine ETH would have been sitting at $50,000 today. Just imagine, the coins that have a fixed supply have pumped ridiculously. The coins that didn't don't pump as hard, because you're getting more and more supply coming into the market, which is kind of reducing the price. So people could have been a lot more wealthy, you know, and made a lot more money if these things were fixed. And again, if the supply, right, is required, then remember the divisibility. That's all I'm saying, nothing else. Anyway, love you too, my brother. Thank you very much. Alpha Bank market cap 24 hours trading volume ratio equals good way to estimate volatility of a token. Pretty much, yes, you can. It's one way of doing it. But how would I say this? So look, let's give you a good example. Here's a coin, for example, Terra Luna, right? Look at this volume, 3 billion. So when you do this, Also look at the market cap. So when you're looking at this, you can see that, okay, it's a specific percentage, close to like what, 12-13% of the total market is the volume. Great. Volume only indicates the amount of buys and sells, so this is not breaking down if it was a positive or a negative. Of course, when you start seeing this being positive, so we know more and more people are buying, less people are selling, then you have something like this with like 900 and something, and you see this percentage here, and you think, that's a bit pathetic, isn't it? When you see millions compared to billions, you start thinking something's not right. And then the market is actually not that positive. You look at this and you're like, okay, are people buying or are people selling? What's happening more here? So it's okay, but just do it on the charts. If you are going to use volume, my advice would be do it on a chart. It's going to be a lot more healthier for you to actually observe. You know that we do have a volume section here, so you can activate the volume here and actually have a look at this. Okay, so you can see if it's positive or negative. But remember, even this candle, you don't know if the sells were high or low, which one it was. So yeah, something to consider, right, when you do look at this stuff. CSM here, also my brother. But yeah, awesome. Listen, I'm not going to carry on any longer. I've got a really bad leg. It's hurting. Bad knee. But other than that, listen, you guys are awesome. I'm going to catch you on another one very soon. In fact, we'll do another Monday one. The Monday ones can be long ones. But right now, I just want to go and get a coffee. Just want to go and relax a little bit, and then carry on. Got loads of work to do in the evening. But other than that, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. And just for you, Alpha, just for you, I don't like inflationary currency, full stop. This is one of the reasons why I left fiat, and this is one of the reasons why, yes, I do hold a significant amount of Ethereum, but not as much as BTC. That's a funny one, right? But the point is if it flips, it doesn't make any difference to me. Just that's the honest truth. You know, a lot of people get concerned, oh, what if it flips? It doesn't make any difference to me. Any coin can be ranked number one. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't have to be rank one to be the top coin. The argument I have, not Rico was here as well, good morning my brother. The only argument I have is I don't want to see one or two coins having that dominance. Okay, that's the key. We do not want to see one or two coins in the entire global market cap out of 15,000 coins to have that level of power. That's too much power. We don't want to give that power. Abhinay Raj says, thank you, my brother. Peace out. Take care. You too, my brother. Peace out. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the shop. I see Custard Food says, yo, what's up, my brother? You have a request? I hope you don't. I'm about to shoot now, my brother. So, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one very soon. What did he say? Cheers, brother. Hey, the idea of community is to exchange ideas. What a great thing. Of course. As a community, we all have our pros, we have our cons, we have our views, we're open to our opinions, and the most important thing is we should never fall out and disagree and agree in a friendly manner. Like for example, we have a resident bear on our group. Most of the guys are bulls, but we do have a resident bear there who's always bearish, very negative. Yeah, well, according to me, he's fine, but I think some of the members have found him to be a little bit negative, and I've had a few complaints, and my reply was, no, it's okay. He is allowed to have his own opinion. He's not causing any harm. He's not scamming anybody. He's not spamming. He's not breaking any rules. He just has an opinion. He's a bear. So he says, oh guys, you should be shorting the market. If that's how he feels, let him. It's okay. We are open to everybody. Everybody's welcome in our thing. Of course, we don't want to see any scammers or anything. How did your last ICO Pinto go? Pinto, I couldn't participate. At that last second, I was so busy with Paradexes, I couldn't enter Pinto. I mentioned this. I couldn't enter Pinto. I think you got to talk on Discord. I think a few other boys on Discord actually did join Pinto. I didn't. I did the one after Pinto, the one before Pinto. So there's a few of them I did. They went really well. But Pinto's the only one. I was prepared, everything ready. They took my snapshot, and then I'm supposed to commit. And that day I forgot to commit. And when I woke up, it was already too late. So I messed up on that one, my brother. I messed up, completely messed up on that one. Alpha says, crypto will bring freedom. How we get there? I don't care as long as we get there. Awesome, exactly. That's the spirit, my brother. That's the spirit. We are definitely going to get there as long as we hold strong. You know, we got to definitely stay strong and see what it does. Terra Luna and Matic outperforming the market. Awesome, Abhiraj. Awesome, my brother. Guys, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. It does support the channel. It helps YouTube algorithms get rallied up and show these videos more often, and of course encourages me to come onto the shows more. If there's no one on the show, if other people don't watch it, if I see like 10 views, and I know, trust me, when I started this channel back in November last year, 2020, I used to get like 1 or 2 views a day. But I kept at it, and look where we are now. Sometimes we get hundreds of views per day. Sometimes we get 100 views on a single live stream, which is fascinating, interesting. I can see YouTube is definitely getting to know, but that's also only because you guys are liking, sharing, commenting. If you watch this video later on, please do consider commenting below the video. Of course, there's full of scammers. We want to get rid of the scammers and, you know, go out there. And by the way, guys, I don't sell anything in the comments, so please remember, I will never ever promote anything. I would never ever ask you for anything. I would never ask, you know, you want to talk to me, you can talk to me on Discord. I'm there. Not always, but yeah, whenever I can, I'm definitely there. But as I said, we've got a growing community. It's a small community, it's a growing community, but ultimately fantastic. We've got loads of lovely people, you know, all respectable people. So yeah, anybody who's disrespectful, obviously I have a go at them, and I'll kick them out as well. I don't care. But it's a lovely community. Thank you very much, guys. Adios, my amigos. I'm going to see you on another one very soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Alpha said something which is awesome. Alpha, I was about to go. Literally, I'm about to press the button, and Alpha, his message just dropped in. He said, hey, if only one view doesn't matter. If you have only one view, doesn't matter, as the one view can be a person that has leverage to change all. And it's true. It's true. I never get disheartened, but what I'm trying to say is, like, it encourages us to do more as well. Continue, try and come, and, you know, if there's viewers there, it's an encouragement, it's an addiction. We want to come back to give you a little bit more. And yes, I mean, when I started, I had 0 subscribers on this channel. I'm not joking. I had 0 subscribers, and this is where we are today. This is where we are today. Can you imagine this, right? 0 subscribers, and look where we are now. Views is not the matter. I think more importantly, likes, shares, subscribes, comments, you know, activity matters. That's the key. I think the key is activity, engagement. That's what matters. That's what YouTube wants to see. YouTube doesn't care if you got 1 billion people sitting on your channel and no activity, then your channel's dead. To them, it's dead. You know, so yeah, we're growing. Not bad, not bad. You know, we've had loads of people subscribe in the last few days. As you can see, the spike, we had a massive spike all of a sudden. But just look at that growth, gradual, slowly, just moving up one direction. It's beautiful to see, beautiful to see. And thank you very much, everybody, for, you know, smashing those likes and sharing and everything. Alpha says, I only join small groups and represent some family office with a lot of money. Exactly. Awesome, my brother. Thank you. Custard says, stay safe. Custard, I'm going to talk to you later, my brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Alpha says, don't underestimate who is watching. I'm not going to underestimate who's watching. You could be my next VC. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, brother. And you stay awesome as well. Okay, definitely. I'll catch you on another one very soon. I'll be here tomorrow. Thank you. Adios, my amigos. Definitely going this time.